From CBS News Bay Area, this is the Afternoon Edition.
Right now in the Afternoon Edition, Republican House Speaker Kevin McCarthy calling for a formal impeachment investigation into President Biden. Good afternoon. I'm Ryan Yamamoto. We begin with that announcement happening out of Washington, D.C. This move comes as some Republicans threaten to file a motion to vacate the Speaker's chair if McCarthy didn't agree to the impeachment inquiry. Republicans say Hunter Biden's business dealings were a scheme to cash in millions of dollars and accuse the government of justice of giving preferential treatment to the president's son during criminal investigations.
This logical next step will give our committees the full power to gather all the facts and answers for the American public.
Once again, implore House Republican leadership to reject all-or-nothing tactics, reject unrealistic expectations, and refuse to cave to the extremist demands we're hearing from 30 or so members way out on the fringe.
And while Republicans appear ready to begin the process, lawmakers have a much more pressing issue to deal with. Congress has until the end of this month to pass a spending bill or the government will shut down. In San Francisco, cleanup is underway right now after a huge sinkhole shut down an intersection in Cow Hollow. This all started Sunday night on Fillmore and Green when a water main broke, flooding businesses and homes with water. Last night, crews were able to repair the breakdown and are now working to patch up that sinkhole. No word on when they'll be able to reopen that road. Okay, let's check in with First Alert meteorologist Jessica Birch, back in the Matrix. How's it going, Jess?
You know, things are good over here. We had that cold front that came through last night, and temperatures today, no matter where you live, they're actually a little bit cooler. Let's start off with a live look behind me down in the Santa Clara Valley. Blue skies over San Jose right now, and temperatures, they're mild. I mean, we're talking about 70s from San Jose to upper 60s near Morgan Hill, where earlier this morning we actually had a 3.3 magnitude earthquake about 6 miles north of Morgan Hill at the early hour of 1 a.m. So if you woke up around that time and you live in that area, that's probably the reason why. Now, 60s also in Redwood City. We're off to a mild start this morning. That cold front that swept through, you know, is leaving us with cooler temperatures today, but luckily we average out by tomorrow. Temperatures in San Francisco currently still sitting in the 60s as we head a little bit more north along that Golden Gate Bridge. It does warm up, but here's what we're looking at right now. That low pressure system just to the north of us is holding on tight for now, keeping our temperatures a little bit below average this afternoon. We're seeing some cloudier skies over the Golden Gate Bridge. Not the case in the Santa Clara Valley, right? Later into this afternoon, we're actually going to see that fog pull its way back just along our coastline, where we're going to be seeing sunnier skies right around the corner. Simon, let's zoom in just a little bit more so you can see what's happening on Fog Futurecast. Into the afternoon hours we go. We're going to see that marine layer really dissipate. Suddenly it's sunny skies widespread throughout the bay. Temperatures still below average along our coast today, mostly sitting in the 60s near Half Moon Bay and Pacifica. Once we head more inland, we're going to be seeing 80s later into this afternoon. I'm going to have more on that coming up in your First Alert forecast. Luckily, today's winds aren't nearly as gusty as yesterday's as that cold front started settling in. I'll have more on that too, but for now I'm going to send it right back over to you, Ryan.
All right, thanks, Jess. Tens of thousands of tech enthusiasts from all around the world poured into San Francisco this week for Dreamforce. It's day one of the annual convention, and the focus this year is AI in tech. But it's not all just about the idea of artificial intelligence. As Sean Chitness shows us, it's also about the people behind AI innovation.
Seema Samara's journey to Dreamforce is not only about the miles traveled, but the challenging path she underwent to get here.
If I can, you also can.
As a young woman growing up in the Middle East, Seema says her family didn't allow her to imagine a life beyond an outdated view of women in society. A refugee who moved to the Netherlands, her degree in pharmacy wasn't recognized in her new country. But Seema made a career change in 5 months. Today, she works as a developer for a tech company after training on Salesforce software.
I don't really need to go to university 5-6 years, but I can simply just have a Trailhead account and learn, and boom, I managed to find a job.
She's a product of the company's free online training platform and a Salesforce program helping refugees in Europe. She wants to spread her story to inspire others. That's why Seema's highlighted as a trailblazer by Salesforce. She even was honored with a golden hoodie last year at Dreamforce by Salesforce CEO Mark Benioff. What's it like to see you up there?
It feels...
It's cool, right?
Yeah. Well, I feel like it's great, like to feel your picture in San Francisco streets. You're like, when I saw it the first time, I was like, oh, that's me. I was like, wow, in the streets. So it feels amazing for sure. Yeah.
More than 5 years into her new career, she's eager to keep learning and grow.
Here I am to help others to understand you can always switch and start your journey within Salesforce.
Well, the city of Oakland hoping to revamp its 911 system that's been plagued by outages and response times. And joining me live right now is Oakland Mayor Sheng Tao. So, Mayor, let's start with that $2.5 million investment you announced yesterday. How will this funding be used and how will it help?
Absolutely. You know, this is not a new issue. This has been an ongoing issue in the city of Oakland for decades. And in the first 8 months of my administration, we are really pouring resources into, you know, what I know is a 911 system that doesn't really work. You know, when I first got elected, I tried calling 911 and I got the busy signal, and that's not okay. It is never okay. So we have $2.5 million of new generated revenues that I'm hopeful that the city council will approve to use this money and actually revamp the 911 system. That's technology, infrastructure, and yes, new positions as well. What we're seeing is that there is a large vacancy in our 911 dispatch center. We have 16 vacancies. These are great paying jobs, but they are stressful. And so really trying to think outside of the box of how do we retain our great dispatchers, right, with all the stress. And so just like the police academy, we will be running an ongoing hiring process for our dispatcher. That is something that's new that we're doing under my administration. Another thing is that we will be bringing them in as cohorts so they can support each other through the hard days at work or what have you. And so this will also help with retention of our dispatchers. If anybody is interested, we implore you to please apply for these positions. They pay over $100K a year, and you know, you are answering the phone on someone's worst day, but it is something that, as a public servant, is needed here in the community.
And a new dispatch system would definitely help with crime and safety, which also is an ongoing issue in the city of Oakland. Some residents actually say they're afraid to leave their homes and go downtown. And many of them want you to declare a state of emergency. Now, this weekend, you had said that that's political theater, but would you ever reconsider that thought and that stance on declaring a state of an emergency?
So let's be very clear here. You know, folks who are saying, let's declare a state of emergency around public safety, right? And my question becomes, what does that bring you, right? Right now, I'm doing the actual action, right? I'm calling on the governor. We have 6 CHP officers along with a sergeant that the governor is giving to the city of Oakland, that they're conducting that work here in the city of Oakland for weeks now. More so than that, I've got $1.2 million for 300 cameras citywide, and that should be up and going within the next 2 months. This will be able to allow for OPD to work with San Leandro City Police and also Piedmont City Police, so that we can interconnect our cameras and really communicate to apprehend the suspects. And so when you call for a state of emergency, that is so that it will allow for possible funding streams from, let's say, let's say the Emergency Red Cross or what have you, so that you can get rebates. And so for folks who say, call a state of emergency, and I say, well, you know, we need to actually hold the state of emergency for what it's really for, and that's a disaster, and or if we need to move forward a process that is being actually held up. And so in this case, what makes sense and what I have always talked about is that I would call a state emergency if we cannot get the police commission to get its act together so that they can forward to me the top names for a new police chief. If they cannot do that by the end of this year, then I will call for a state of emergency around just the police chief position. But it's about the action. It's about getting the money in. It's about implementation. And within the first short 8 months that I've been in office, I mean, I'm telling everybody that this is not okay, that criminals are coming in, breaking our windows, breaking into our stores, breaking into homes. Absolutely not. So we have undercover people that are going to be out there, officers that are going to be out there to ensure there's no more bipping in the downtown area and other places. The sheriff is on board, CHP, this is all hands on deck. And if the action doesn't show how the urgency of what my administration is taking this to be, then I don't know what is, because there is the urgency. and I'm about sick of it around all the crimes that are happening. And this is going to show the criminals that we are not going to be playing around here in the city of Oakland anymore. And that when you come in, we have undercovers, we have cameras, we have all of these things. Look, change doesn't happen overnight. These are years of issue. And I wish that change could happen overnight, but it's not. However, within the first 8 months, we've already made those investments. We're already moving forward. So implementation is really in the next month and a half or so to implement all of this. And we're going to see the coordination and we're going to see its results.
You're calling out the police commission. Did you think you would have a chief in place by now?
Absolutely. Part of the process, according to the charter, right, it says that the mayor has to stay out of the process of finding the next chief. And the only time that I am up to bat, as you can say, is when they recommend the top 3 candidates to me. And that has yet to happen because of the infighting. The police commission is made up of citizens, private citizens in the city of Oakland. They are not hired by the city at all. And so there has been a lot of infighting at the police commission. A lot of things have been stalled at the police commission. And so with the new appointees that I have appointed to the commission, the new commissioners, I'm hopeful that we can actually get work done and that they can do their job, which is to recommend to me the top 3 candidates. And so that I can actually interview those top 3 and get Oakland a police chief.
All right, Mayor, we've ran out of time. It's always a pleasure, and I appreciate you coming in here every couple of weeks and talking to us. But I wish I could ask you a couple more questions, but we got to move on. But thank you, Mayor.